Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Glass Man's world. So we're about to get started here, and let me just put this on mute here, so that way we don't have double talk over here. So let's get started. I realize that it is already 10:30. Usually I start this about an hour ago. I just lost track of time. I was watching Spaceballs, the movie. Not Spaceballs, the commercial, or Spaceballs, the TV show, or not Spaceballs, the cartoon, but Spaceballs, the movie. It's a funny movie. I was actually showing my 12-year-old daughter Spaceballs for the first time. I thought it was I thought that it was a funny movie for her to watch finally. So, let's get started here. I'm just gonna blow some glass until we get a few people to come in. Hopefully, we get some watchers here. Because I know that it's late. I know that I'm late. I know that usually I start this an hour ago, so we'll just maybe play around with a little bit of glass. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, I got my. Got that. Okay. So, how's it going? Who's here? Who's watching? I see we got a few people coming in. So, thank you for tuning in. Just going to get started here. Make sure we got this all nice and heated up. So, I don't know. You guys watched Spaceballs before? With Mel Gibson, one of the old comedies from the late. What is it? Did they come out in the 80s or the 70s with Spaceballs? I'm old. What's going on, 505 USA from Santa Fe? So, what's the weather like up there right now in Santa Fe? I know down here in Albuquerque and Burque, it's a little bit getting colder right now. I can feel that chill coming in. I'm sure it's a lot colder up there in Santa Fe because you're a little bit up north, and they said that we're gonna get some snow coming up north here in northern New Mexico, like Taos area, up in the San Antonio Mountains, San Antonito, up in that region, southern Colorado. What is that? The San Luis Valley. All right. It's cold and been really windy all day, huh? Oh, dang, a 56 for your high? It's time to get them hoodies out then, huh? Get your coats out. So check this out. This morning or earlier today, I don't remember when, I did a glass balloons video, and we were talking about Peanuts Forever and Ronald Thornton, and how he basically is the reason why Dawn Patrol exists. He's the whole reason right here. So I created this balloon years ago, but apparently it was a failed attempt. As you can see, it doesn't really have all that red. It's more orange than the red. And when I made this, the owner was like, "That's not my balloon." I'm like, "Oh, well, it's kind of close." But no. Now, this is the balloon. Right there. Undeniable. There you go, Peanuts Forever. Peanuts Forever. So this is the balloon that started out Dawn Patrol back in, I think, 1979. What's going on, Scooby-Roo? So yeah, I made this earlier today, and I'm gonna gift it to Ron as a thank you for making me get up at 2:30 every morning during Balloon Fiesta to go crew with Dawn Patrol. Thank you for that early morning wake up. So yeah, no, it's an honor to be a part of Dawn Patrol and to crew for Polar Dawn with Rick Jones. We're always set up in the same team. So this is our Dawn Patrol pin. This is an official. Well, I guess it's actually not an official. It's not an official Balloon Fiesta. This is one made by Dawn Patrol. So this is a very rare pin. Not one you can just get. I don't know how many of those they make every year, but I got me one. Alright, so yeah, he'll be happy, right? Oh my gosh, the one that I dropped of 4 seasons, that is like finding gold. I can't even imagine, like, if you find a pin on the ground, it's just like, oh, that's gold. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, I found a pin on the ground. Like, you're just like stoked. I've only found a couple pins, like, in the many years I've been out there. I've only found, like, I'd say five pins in 10 years, right? Like, they're very rare, but people drop them, and you do find them. I found a wolf one years ago. I got a whole bunch of pins. I actually need to get my pin wall set up. I got this frame, and it's for pins and stuff. Working on the displays. I don't know if you guys saw this display. I think this is way cool because this is like the nicest display that I've made for this. And it's like, this was at the dollar store. This was $1.25. And some styrofoam in there. Painted with like probably dollar, like Dollar Tree paint. I swear. That's like a $2 display that looks like, it looks way fancy. So let's make something real quick. I don't really know what I wanted to make. You know, I was thinking it might be kind of cool to make a marble. I haven't made a marble ever. We can make a real quick marble. Let me see if I have something. You know, there's one thing that I've been wanting to try to do is put a balloon inside a marble. Like, how would I go about doing that though? Like, I'm wondering, should I make a balloon and then, oh, wow, okay. We got a crazy idea here. We're gonna do a little quick demo here, I guess. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't get into something too crazy. Cause then I have to turn on the kiln and everything. Here, we'll just make a simple one. Then we're not here for an hour, and we can get to spin that wheel right away. So let's make sure that we got the link here. Uh-oh. No, computer's froze again. Come on. Yeah, he'll definitely be happy. I hope so. I mean, the first time when I went and I presented this one, I remember he was like, "That's not my balloon," and I was like, "Okay, well, I tried," and I just walked away like kind of disappointed, like, yeah, but it wasn't that balloon. It didn't have the reds that it needed. That's for sure. All right, so let's just do a simple mushroom. Except we'll do it with the dark multi here. A dark multi. Is this the dark multi? That might be black. Hold on. Oh no, this is the black. Okay, no, this is dark multi. So a dark multi basically it just means it has like multiple elements. It's going to give you multiple uh, layers of color in a more dark tone. There you go. That's a good little pull there. Okay, so my computer just shut down. What's going on? 10:30 again? Is it that it's got like an update or something? It just shuts off at 10:30. Like, all right, what's going on? What are you doing? All right, then I got to restore the pages. All right, we'll bring up the comments again, and I can pull up the link here, like we were talking about. So when you do a mushroom, basically a mushroom is real simple. Oh, I see ICU is here. Hello, wow, good job, bro. Hi, Scooby. Oh, I didn't even see those comments. That's weird. They didn't even come in till now. Make a balloon and then make a bigger marble so it's easier. Right. I was thinking make a little tiny mini balloon and then just shove it in to the marble. But I got to encase it. I don't know. I've been having this idea for quite a while to put a balloon inside the marble. Because I want to get it to a friend of mine who's a marble collector and a balloonist. He's a balloonist as well. Alright, here we go. Push that in. So then you just force that in directly in the center as best you can. Keep pushing it in, keeping that nice and straight. And cutting it off. Getting rid of the air bubble. So right here I have to make sure that I put that flame directly above the mushroom cap, because the air bubble is directly underneath the mushroom cap, and so that's where I want the molten part of the glass to start. And it basically, when it gets molten, it's going to just, as I spin it around itself, the top part of that glass, it's molten and it like gets heavy, and it gradually like falls down on itself. So it's going to gradually pinch, and it's going to do this. It's just going to like push out the air. If I do it right. If I do it wrong, I could like trap air like that. If I close the end, so I want to close like this way. So you start from the cap, work your way down. You start to see the air bubble. It starts to gather around the mushroom stem, and the stem looks a little bit more magnified where it's attached to the glass, and then you can basically walk the air bubble down and out to the end. And if you do it right, then hopefully you don't trap any air. And sometimes, you know, you just get some air in there because of the color or something like that. It just might have a little bit of air in it from pushing it in. Something, I don't know, maybe the color isn't as smooth. Maybe it's got a little bit of a texture to it. But usually, like with this one, the dark multi, cobalt, ruby reds, caramels, butterscotch, any of those tried and true colors, you normally don't have any issues like that with the air bubbling. Maybe you will with like some of the whites. The white colors may tend to have some air bubbles in them. Greens, jades, things like that. Alright, so then the mushrooms in there. All nice and hot. You used to collect marbles, huh? I like to collect crystal stones, petrified wood, fossils. Nice. Oh yeah, we're making a marble. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot. I was just going to turn this into a pendant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force this down here. I could make this an accurate pendant of a marble of like 15 millimeter. 15 to 17 millimeter. So that way it's like what's a perfect size to a cat's eye? I forget specifically. I think it's like a 14 or 15 millimeter. Like 14.5, 14 point something, I think. But we can make this accurate. I can bust out the calipers. Right now, let's see where it's at. I bet you it's at like a 17 or bigger. Let's say 18.6. So to make it as small as a, what did I say? 15 mil? We'd have to take off a little bit of the clear, which we will eventually right now, once we get it smaller and smaller. Okay, let me also get the link in here real quick. Okay, so the link is posted, and let me make sure that I pin the post here. Alright, so that's now pinned up there. So for anyone who's just watching for the very first time, and maybe what I should do is also share this out a little bit. Try to get a few more watchers, viewers to come in, some new individuals. But at the same time, for me, if I get the same winners over and over again, that's an easier way to ship. Then I only have to worry about shipping like one package for a whole bunch of different items to one individual for only a few different individuals. Not gonna lie, it's a lot easier this way, but and I'm not rigging it this way to make it happen like this. It just seems to be happening like this. So I'm going with it. So how you doing tonight, ICU? Or how you doing, Scooby-Roo? I guess 505 USA says it's pretty cold or getting colder up there in Santa Fe with the high of what, 56 tomorrow? I can feel that wind chill, man. It's getting cold. I have to close the door. Usually we have the door open so the cats can hang out. We got two kitties, and our kitties, they always like to hang out right by the door. They never go outside. If they do, it's because they sneak out and they go like right there to the patio. And our big boy, he's such a little baby. He won't go too far. And we live really close to a busy road, so we definitely don't want them to get anywhere near that. And they're kind of scared of the traffic when they see it going by, so I don't think they'll go anywhere near it. Alright, so now I'm going to take off as much of this clear glass on top here as I can without messing up the shaping of the mushroom. Just a little bit at a time, a little bit and a little bit. You know, I just realized something. I was supposed to get a very important phone call today, and I don't know if I missed that call. Now that, like, did I not hear the phone ring? I gotta check my phone. You know what's interesting is I don't really use my phone too much. I don't make too many phone calls to people. A lot of times I'm just messaging and texting people. You're okay, got some crazy news from the doctor that has you concerned side, but I am okay. Alright, well, I'm glad that you're okay. I understand that, you know, we all have our situations and our dis-eases or dis-easements in this life, so let's just all pray that you make it through whatever you're getting through, whatever, um, you know, that you just get through it in a positive way. I'm sorry that you got some crazy news today. Alright, right now, let me see. I need a little piece of scrap glass like this here. Yes, everyone, please send out the prayers. So you guys may not see it, but when I heat up this, I see there's like little spots, like there's a little bright spot right there, which means that that's like some sort of dirt, dust, or debris on the glass or something, and so I'm just gonna pull it off. Just melt it and then wipe it off. So I can clean the surface like that. I'll get this marble all nice and clean. I like to make my marbles like as perfect as possible. Don't want to have any kind of air bubbles in them if I can help it. I know sometimes that's hard to do. Well, that's good that it's not cancer. Because yeah, it could definitely be worse. Well, I have to get some tests ran to confirm, so I'm not claiming it yet. Right, well, you can, from what I understand, we all have the power of healing through our own vibrations and energies and things, and sometimes, you can manifest and pray those things away, but I also know in prayer that you pray, right? You ask for, like, for me, what I understand is you don't ask for like the miracles, right? Like, oh, please God, give me $1 million, blah blah. Like, no, what you do is you ask, please God, help me find the strength and endurance to get through until I can achieve that $1 million, or please God, help me find the way, the ability to then achieve this success, and then you have to do the works, right? Like, please God, help me, like, afford me this job or whatever, this new position, this new career, this new path, something. But then you got to actually, like, then go to work, right? You got to do the work. You got to make it happen. Can't just pray for the job and then be like, I don't want to work anymore. So right now I'm using this little piece of scrap glass. I'm heating this up and then I'm just wiping away the glass. And this is also taking away some of the bulk on it, so it should make it a little bit smaller as well. I don't really like to go to doctors and things like that, but I know at times we have to. Recently, for the first time ever, I went because of this whole assault battery thing that I had to go through, that I'm still now having a court case about. Had to file a lawsuit against someone. This is weird. The first time I've ever been on this side. Usually I'm the defendant, defending myself and defending my innocence. Usually, a lot of times anytime I've been in court or something, it's like false accusations or something dumb. The first time was in '97, and I got a a domestic violence charge and child endangerment because I got upset with the dude that my baby's mama was dating, and I knew that they were doing a bunch of illicit substances around my child, and I wasn't happy with that. And when I saw him sleeping right there, and my child was in the same room, and I was allowed inside, so it wasn't like I broke in or did anything, but I was allowed in. I was going to go get my child, and then, I don't know, I saw him and I snapped, and I kicked him awake. And then the cops came, and I waited for them, and I went to jail. But I never mentioned anything about their illicit substance use and things, because I was so worried and concerned that then my child would get taken into state custody and all this drama and all this stuff. So ever since 97, I've had this record, and it's followed me, and it's not been good. It's been hard to like rent places, hard to, like if I ever needed to try to find another job, you know. And then because I had beat up this guy right in front of my child, like in the same room, I got a child endangerment charge. It wasn't like I did anything to a child. And so I got that charge, and yeah, it's gone. But it is what it is. So yeah, I've always been on the other side of things, and then there was another time when someone I didn't want to date anymore decided that because I didn't want to be with them anymore, they were going to basically put me through the ringer. Like, oh my God. The last words were, oh, it's 365 days of your life worth this. And I didn't know what she meant at the time, but I found out. Statute of limitation, 365 days to make a claim and to put it through the court system. That was wild. Crazy times. You live and you learn though, right? You don't go dating crazy women just because, see, that was my whole thing was I had I guess you could say it was a sexual addiction. I was pulled, I was drawn to her because of those reasons. And that got me in trouble. A whole lot of trouble. It's interesting, you know, a lot of times we talk about addictions in ways of just the substances, but you know, one of the biggest addictions is the sexual addiction. And people don't talk about that. One of the other things that we were talking about the other night was the sugar addiction, and how sugar is like one of the biggest substance addictions. It's one of the hardest things to do to get away from. And then alcohol, but alcohol is kind of like a sugar. So if you're addicted to candy as a kid, you probably could easily end up being an addict to alcohol when you're older. Alright, I'm pulling it on the other end now, which I normally never do this when I'm making a pendant. I never clean up the mushroom here on the very end. But I want to try to make this one that legit 15 millimeter. Try to get it under the 17 mil if I can. Sugar is the devil. Laws can be strange like that. Vindictive exes. I've had one or two. Yeah, it is. It's scary like that. Like, to use the laws in a way that, like, you're trying to prove a point, or you're like, I don't know. It's weird. Like when people use laws like that to get to I don't know, just to get back at someone for something that they feel like they got wronged, right? You're not gonna give me your love anymore. You're not gonna spend time. You're not gonna give me your time anymore. Well, then I'm gonna hurt you in ways that you've never known. It's like, whoa, what's up, man? Like, can't we just like love and live and learn and move on? Like, the one thing about me is I've always been able to like remain friends with a lot of my exes, and been able to stay chill and just like, like, we aren't compatible anymore. It's okay. We can still like cherish the time that we've had together and still love them. Like, everyone that I've ever loved before, I still love. I still have love for them. Even the crazy vindictive ex, because there was still that connection. There was still something there that brought us together, And that's the one thing that I cherish of all the relationships I've ever had, no matter if they've ever been this way or that way or whatever. I still cherish the experience, that lesson learned, and the life that we had for that moment. There was something there that we loved about that person, And if you can remember that, and you can at least cherish that, then that's a good thing, I think. But it's hard for people to do because people don't know the four agreements. They don't know how to not take things personal, right? And just always do your best. Alright, so this here is a marble mold. This helps to round the marbles perfectly. So that way there's no wobble, no bump, or anything like that. I have been single and celibate for 11 years now because of that addiction. It's a really hard addiction. I went celibate for like 3 years, which, compared to 11, that is a long time. And at some point, you get to at an older age where it's not really like that important anymore, Being able to be with someone and have a connection is a good thing, just having a good friendship is a good thing, right? Being able to connect with others is always a good thing. And so I never want to be able to have like, I never want to put up a wall. I want to always know that, I still love them. It doesn't matter, but sometimes some of those individuals, they're there to teach us some sort of lesson on how to really guard ourselves and really, really be careful, to really, really be careful on who you choose to mix your energy with, and not just your energy, but also your fluids, your bodily fluids, your DNA. Because when you start mixing that with others, it attaches. You get attached to people. They attach to you, you attach to them. It's an interesting thing. Alright, let's see what size this is here. And I'm going to put this on the pad to try to pull out some of the heat Oh, what did you read here? The absolute worst addiction, I think, that is out there is cigarettes. They really should have an inpatient treatment for smokers. Now, one thing that I've learned about cigarettes, as we were talking about sugar, is that I believe Philip Morris is one of the largest investors in sugar because they use the sugar as a when you burn sugar, it becomes a carcinogen. So there's something about the burning of the sugar, maybe the taste of it, the flavor, is something that we crave. Maybe that caramelization, something that we crave. Marbles are always weird when you move a puntee, you got to put one puntee on, and as it's molten, you snap the other one off, and you keep on rocking it back and forth. It's interesting to make marbles. It's fun. I love making marbles. But yeah, cigarettes are an interesting thing. I never really was addicted to cigarettes, but I did smoke. That is a psycho obsession. Right, when people do that, yeah. OMG quit smoking like a year ago. I took Chantix. It worked so good, I quit in 1 week. I don't know what Chantix is. I get scared about using any kind of man-made pharmaceuticals. I'm very weary of them, including aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen. I don't even really do, I don't drink coffee. If I do any sort of caffeine, it would probably be from teas. I drink water. Water is life. But yeah, I really don't do any kind of medicines if I don't need to. Recently, though, I did take some muscle relaxers because of what happened with that attack, and I had to really relax the muscles because they were messed up. Things were feeling popped out of place and stuff. And still I'm getting a weird popping in my right shoulder, my rotator cuff. I've taken it too, but it created horrible night terrors. Oh my gosh, what, Chantix? See, that's the thing, is I will get weary of those things. I'm getting ready to start it again. This time the doctor is giving me meds to prevent me going into dream state. Interesting. I would just smoke ganja. They're like, yeah, let me just smoke this instead of that. And e-cigs too. You could also try to wean yourself off with e-cigs, but sometimes, it's not the same. And what I understand, it's more of the oral addiction, the oral asphyxiation of like having something in your mouth and then inhaling from it. Like I wasn't gonna say something else, but yeah, when you have your mouth on something and you're inhaling, like what I've learned is if I roll one up and I just inhale that without lighting it, and I'm talking, herb, cannabis, you get the full flavor, like all the flower flavors, the terpenes, and that tastes good. And it kind of is like it satiates the craving, right? Satisfies the craving a little bit. Yeah, friends are definitely so important, and having that connection. And then, so like, before me and my wife got together, I know that she was having like those kind of connection issues and things. And locally, um, we have these like different groups and organizations, like healing centers and stuff. And sometimes they have groups that were they were called cuddle groups, basically, and they would be able to go into a safe environment, a safe place where everyone was there to kind of get that connection, that physical connection with each other, and basically be able to hug and cuddle with others, I guess. Which, I don't know, I found that kind of interesting. I was like, well, I just have friends that I can always just get big hugs from, and like, I don't know, I'm a big hugger. Whenever I meet someone, I usually hug, even guys. Like, normally I give you a handshake, and then I'll reach in and give you that handshake with the hug. Like that's just me. That's what I do. Check that out. There's a little marble for you. So now I just gotta pop it off. Maybe there's a little bump in there. Let me make sure it's fully rounded. Sometimes you want to move the puntee a couple times, 2 or 3 times. Make sure it's perfectly round. So you hit it in one angle, then another, because, when you're talking about a sphere, it's not just a round 360-degree angle, but then it's like in all points all around. So a sphere, you have to, like, wherever I put a puntee, it might flatten out right there. So then I have to re-puntee it and re-puntee it until I can get the puntee on at a point to where you don't really feel the puntee. And there shouldn't be any sort of wobble or any kind of bumping or anything. Alright, let me try to read these comments here. Smoked for about 30 years. A pack would last me 4 days, and that's when I smoked for 30 years. About a pack a week. Alright, so 4 packs a month. 3 to 4. I think every person who comes into our lives has a purpose, right? Whether it be good or bad, right? And what I've learned is that nothing is good or bad. It's just positive or negative vibrations. It's either a positive or a negative. It's like a circuit, giving or receiving, right? It's either you're gonna benefit from it, or something's gonna take from you. Like, that's just positive or negative. But yeah, good or bad, good or evil, God or devil. I see I was smoking about 35, but I wish I was about a pack for. But I wish it was only a pack for every 4 days. Oh my gosh, these comments when I scroll. When I took generic Chantix, I had major issues trying to sleep, but when I had the real Chantix, it wasn't a problem. Okay, so see, man-made generic stuff may be a little bit different in the chemicals. I'm a stupid heavy smoker, haven't always been, but for the last year I'm a pack and a half a day. And is that just from boredom? You just feel like maybe you're just starting to get bored, nothing really to do, so you're just like, yeah, just smoke. I know with ganja, sometimes if I don't keep myself busy, and you got to remember, what do they say? Idle hands are the devil's tools. So yeah, if I don't keep myself busy, then I got all the time in the world to just smoke ganja all day. So somewhere on this marble, there is a punchy mark, and I'm trying to find it here. Did I? Maybe I already smoothed it. Okay, I think I found it. Ooh, this thing is hot. I hate to say it, but I liked smoking, but my grandkids asked me to quit. Yeah, and that's the thing is, sometimes we enjoy those things that might hurt us. I loved drinking. I quit drinking almost 9 years. This New Year's Day will be my 9 year birthday, I guess, anniversary, and that was a huge thing to get away from alcohol. I loved having my Merlots, my Shiraz, my Chardonnays, my Gamay Beaujolais. I love dark beers, stouts, oatmeal stouts, um, porters. Um, I would drink the IPAs, India Pale Ales. I like the darker, skunkier beers. Like, I don't know. I just like to drink. Chantix is amazing medicine to help you quit. It's a great medicine. Actually, just some side effects on the generic form. That's good to know. With the news I got from today, I have to quit. All right. Well, if you have to, that you might need to do that. You know, my wife has got issues like tachycardia issues and things, but she doesn't smoke tobacco. She just smokes ganja. But I wonder if that affects her in those ways. I'm not addicted to nicotine or the hand to mouth habit. I'm addicted to the flavor. No, I totally get it. And the thing is like, yeah, people get addicted to Cheetos, Doritos, all kinds of stuff, different foods. People crave Subway. People crave Burger King. People crave different things because of the chemicals that are in there, and it's your body that's craving these things, and you don't really know it, but it's those chemical flavors that our bodies actually want and desire and crave. They feel like your body feels like you need them. So it may not be the nicotine, but the thing is what I've learned is our bodies have nicotine receptors, and we actually need to use nicotine, but our bodies also produce small amounts of nicotine naturally. Something about the dopamine regulation, something about regulating your immune system. There's also something that has to do with the cannabinoids and the endocannabinoid system, and that being connected with the nicotine receptors, and something about how people who smoked during COVID were less likely to get COVID or to have it for as long as others who didn't smoke. And those who don't smoke cigarettes but smoked ganja were found to also have that same benefit. So, some people say, oh, it's a bad thing or whatever. What I've learned is that the highly processed stuff is the bad stuff, right? There's old people, the abuelas, abuelitos, all the old ladies, old men that they smoke the natural tobacco. They grow it on their farms. They smoke it themselves. They roll like Cubano cigars or whatever it is, and they smoke all the way till they're 90 years old. They don't get emphysema or anything like that because they're not smoking all the chemicals and all the sugar that's added to it, all the additives in the tobacco. Tobacco is a very sacred plant for Native Americans. They do the chanupa, the pipe ceremony, and it's a very sacred thing. They put tobacco in prayer flags and do a lot of ceremony with it. You can pull out if you get stung by a bee. It's medicine. If you get any sort of like a sting or anything like that, it will help to pull out that. It'll help to pull it out. Whatever the poison, the sting, the bite. I went nicotine free, a special cigarette with no problem, but the flavor gets the better of you. Okay, so there is a nicotine free cigarette. Interesting. Kind of like drinking old dudes. I never really got into drinking non-alcoholic beer because I was like, if I start doing that, I'm just going to want to go get a real one. I was like, that ain't going to work for me. That ain't going to work, right? Wow, they're $13 a pack. I think it's crazy that cigarettes are like $7 a pack. I remember when I smoked, they were $2 and it was like $2.10 with tax. You're a hugger, huh? You love hugs? I love hugs. Heart to heart. Always heart to heart. Left to left. And in the Mandela effect world, apparently our hearts are in the center of our chest, but before they used to be in the left of our chest, right? And we do heart to heart, but now we're supposed to go center to center, so we go what? Lip to lip? Just give everyone a kiss when you hug them. Dan, how does the cold from the tools and such not crack or break the glass? Oh, so most of my tools are carbon graphite. I do use this, but then a lot of times it's already warmed or I'll preheat it like that to heat it up. This one here, I should probably drop it in the kiln, but the kiln's not on and it's going to take forever and I don't want to stay up all night waiting for it to get to the temperature. So I'm leaving it where it is as is. Hopefully it won't crack and I'll put it in the kiln tomorrow morning. You're going to learn from it or teach someone else about it. That's right, yeah. And thank you so much. Congratulations on the 9 years. Oh my, did you mean to put G? Yeah, OM heart. Oh my heart, Dan. That's what the doctor told me today. Severe tachycardia with possible blood clots in the legs. My resting heart rate is over 120. Okay, so Scooby-Roo, I don't want to be intrusive, but did you possibly get the shot? And you don't have to answer that if you don't want anyone to know. But if you did, and you don't have don't answer it. But if you did get it, what I've learned is that there's a lot of issues happening with that because of the lipids. Something about the polymers. Polymers were injected, and then these polymers were made to grow and attach themselves to our lipids. And the lipids then create these things that are what they're finding to be these um, white polymer. They're like what they're finding in the clotting, but it's not an actual blood clot. The blood clot medicine does not work against it because it's not actual blood clotting. It's not coming from the white blood cells. The issues of the blood clotting is from the white blood cells, and it doesn't fight or counteract the polymers. So one thing that we've been learning is that the polymers, um, I guess you have to do a lot of detoxing. Something about the parasite cleansers, the dewormers, the ivermectin. There's a few other things. Um, Bromelain and NAC mixed with vitamin C, making sure you're getting plenty of vitamin D. And then also there's a liquid vitamin D that's like a super concentrated form. I've been told that you want to up your vitamin D level from like 500 units to 5,000, like basically like up it tenfold in order to really, really combat all of this. Including those of us who did not get the jab, we have to worry about the spike protein. Um, it's shedding, and the shedding is what spreads to others. So yeah, there's a lot of information. I highly recommend um, Dr. John Campbell. I could find his channel for you. There's a lot to catch up on. But Dr. John Campbell, what he's done is throughout the whole entire thing, he basically has just read the what do they call them? The peer review studies, and anything that has been published, in health journals and things like that. He simply has just been reading the results. That's it. So he can't get in trouble because all he's reading is truth. He's not putting any opinion into it or anything like that. So he's been a very important person to watch. OMG, when I quit Dr. Pepper, it took me over a week to go through the withdrawals baths every day, all day, and I was a total bitch. Yeah, and that's the sugar withdrawals. And then I'm sure there's also, because Dr. Pepper has got that, the caramelized flavoring, right? The sugar has been cooked. And we get addicted to that, like barbecue, right? Barbecue is just sugar that then is like burnt and charred and caramelized. Like, we love that flavor. We love the flavor of toast. We love the caramelization, and that's all of it's carcinogenic, but we love it for some reason. I don't know why. I wish I could smoke ganja, but it's still very illegal. Oh, in Indiana. Yeah, and I feel for you. I'm sorry. But if we keep on pushing for it, hopefully all the states will just go. There's more than half the states right now that have legalized, so it's only a matter of time. It really is only a matter of time before you count. Dang, Marlboro Reds are $12.50. Oh, so here they're like, I think $7 a pack. I don't know. I don't smoke anymore. They could be more. Maybe those are for the generic ones, and then maybe Marlboros are like $12.50. I don't know. You used to be hooked on Mountain Dew. You know, I used to love Mountain Dew, but one thing that I was hooked on was Sunkist. That orange, I don't know, there's something about that. I used to drink way too much of that, but I drank a lot of Mountain Dew at that time too. And one thing I learned about Sunkist and Mountain Dew is that they have a lot of benzene with citric acid. And benzene and citric acid mixed together is an extreme no-no and very, very bad for us. When my child was my oldest, who's, gosh, will be, oh my gosh, 29 this year? Is that for real? My oldest will be 29 this year in December. So when my child was 9, so 20 years ago, we found out that my child had a type 1 diabetes, and we had to learn so much. And that's when I really learned about reading about labels, learning about foods, learning about what foods work well, what are high like fast acting carbohydrates, which ones will bring your glucose levels up quickly compared to ones that are slow, gradual increase, you know. And so I really, really learned a lot about foods. Food is like medicine. And then after that, I got into learning about hemp and how hemp is like a extremely sustainable food for our bodies and our health. And then I learned about all kinds of other things, you know. Then I was hanging out with a lot of vegans and vegetarians, and they taught me about how they ate without eating meats and stuff. And it took me years to finally like get away from meats. And like now I still eat meat, but not as much as I used to. Um, but I was vegetarian for several years and just eating a lot of Ayurvedic food. So then I learned about how to cook as food is like medicine. So learning about Ayurveda or Vedic knowledge of foods, right? The scientific knowledge of foods, the Vedas, the science of food, mixing the proper carbohydrates, the proper complex proteins, carbs, getting the right nutrients in, making sure you're getting amino acids in, and all these different things. Um, you know, your vitamins or minerals. So once I learned about all these things, I really, really had to put it to practice, right? You can pray all you want about everything and anything, but until you do the work, it's never gonna it's never gonna work for you until you work for it, right? Until you put that work in. So until you actually say, hey, I would like that Mountain Dew right now, but I think water is probably better for me. And when you actually get to the point where you don't even think about it anymore, you know? And hey, what's going on? I see Does here. And maybe you've been here and I just realized that you're in on this conversation. You're so addicted to Mountain Dew. So strange that you brought that up. There's something else about Mountain Dew. And the dews, the directed energy weapons, and all the directed energy weapons hitting the mountains or the mountainous areas recently, and how the Mountain Dew, the new brands that they've come out with, like Jolt and Blackout and High Wire and um, the Caribbean Splash right now. What's going on down there? All kinds of hurricanes just splashing up onto our coast, right? And then we also had the Baja Blast and the Maui Burst and like what else have we had, right? We're gonna have to hit it, yeah. And that's the thing is they don't have Sugar Anonymous meeting, right? They want to make sure that we are always addicted to sugar. Make sure that you focus on all the people on the street who are hooked on other things. But you know their thing is probably that they were hooked on sugar, and then they got hooked on some other things because their bodies had just some sort of a chemical addiction. They needed something, and then their body found something else that was a little bit more than sugar, right? Mountain Dew is one of the worst, right? Besides Jolt. There's also Jolt, and then there's Squirt. Squirt's another one that's like very high in benzene and citric acid. Anything with benzene or benzoic acid, yeah, you stay away from those things if you want to live long. But yeah, I got into foods because of my child 20 years ago, and really learning about food as like medicine and then putting it to practice. Tonight we had Frito pie burritos. Sometimes I don't eat so healthy, but the most unhealthiest part of that was the Fritos and the tortilla, because the taco meat was actually potato and then a meat alternative. So it wasn't even beef. It was like a meat, like a beef, but not even close to being beef. It's a more mushroom. It's a fungus. It's mycoprotein. It's called corn, Quorn. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but the corn brand, that's what we eat a lot of. They have like chicken bits and meat grounds, and they probably got some other things, but those are the two that we normally get, is the chicken bits and the meat grounds. And I make tacos with that all the time. And my daughter, she says that they are the best tacos, hands down. She doesn't like to eat meat tacos or other tacos anymore. Like, she just wants these all the time. So, yeah, and now that we're talking about it, it's hard, right? So now if you really want to like quit, it's a hard thing until you can actually get to that point. But we should get to the point. It's already like so late. I'm sorry, I'm keeping you guys up forever. Bromine is equal to pesticide. Mountain Dew is illegal in a lot of countries and do not. So, bromine? Okay, I don't. But then there's bromelain, which I think is what we need, uh, because it is like a pesticide. It actually helps to. It's like a dewormer, and the bromelain, and also and then there's the quinine, right? And the quinine, what I heard is it's in the ginger ale, and if you get really like the real ginger ale, whether you got chunks of ginger inside of it, then that's the good stuff, and that helps. Um, if you do Canada Dry, it's okay, but the Schweppes is supposed to be better. Yeah, we are all forgetting about the wheel, right? Like, let's just talk and talk, and we can have all kinds of information here. Brominated vegetable oil, BBO's main ingredient, bromine, is considered a toxic chemical. It's been linked to all kinds. Okay, so BBO's, but that's vegetable oil. Yeah, and that's one thing that I've been learning about recently is um, like the so in Ayurveda we learn to cook with ghee, right? And what I've learned too is like ghee is like you can put ghee in your eye to get rid of like glaucoma and all these other sort of like, eye infections and things and like a pink eye and stuff. You just put warm ghee in the eye, and they do it in a weird way where like basically like you know how like if you had like this and you put this around your eye and you'd make like a cup around your eye. Like imagine if this was clay, right? And then just stick this around your eye. So then you would have a cup. And then you pour the warm ghee into your eye. It's so weird. But and I've never done it. It's so weird. You returning my stockpile of Mountain Dew to Walmart. Yeah, it's bad. The drinks are bad, and it's hard because you know what I've learned in Krishna consciousness. and learning about the whole Ayurveda and food is like medicine, and you start learning about science, right? Veda. What is Veda? The science of life, right? Like it's not just about food. Food is one thing. Ayurveda, that's one little small portion of the whole, right? But in Vedic knowledge and everything, what I learn is that even life itself is an addiction. Us humans wanting to be here again is an addiction. Our souls, our eternal spirit souls, are addicted to being here because we're addicted to material um, gratification. We're addicted to these things, the material world. We are addicted to what in Krishna consciousness we consider the Maya or the illusion. And oh yeah, I forgot. You won last night. Congratulations. I forgot. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Don't use any of that vegetable oil when you're cooking your chicken. So yeah, so it's interesting because we learn that just life itself is an addiction. And so we come back to life, and then while we're here, we're completely lost in our addictions, and we want all these things like Mountain Dew and KFC, and we want breakfast burritos with green chili and bacon here in New Mexico, and red chile enchiladas, and tacos every day. And, and people love their coffee all the time, right? And what would you like for your material addiction here in this beautiful glass? Duh. This is another addiction right here, right? All this beautiful glass and watching someone make it and all these things. They're all little addictions that we have. But some things are less harmful than others, right? Oh my gosh, you hate water. Yeah, it is hard to get off of it, but you do feel better when once you start drinking water and then you force yourself to drink lemon water with cucumber. Oh my gosh, I love that. And add a little mint. Add the mint, and then you get like the refreshingness. It's like crisp. I love cucumber water with mint and a little bit of lemon or lime. So delicious. Right now we're drinking that crappy concentrated pink lemonade stuff that's in a frozen can. But we only do that every once in a while. I try not to do that too often because it's basically just corn syrup. As a father, I learned all the baby formula pretty much. You read the first ingredient and it tells you that it's made from corn syrup solids. And you're like, wait, what? Corn syrup solids? I'm giving my baby corn syrup for food. How many babies aren't breastfed or they're weaned off right away, like within the first like 1 to 3 months, because mamas have to get back to work because that's America, right? And we got to have that equality here, right? The feminine movement basically made sure that all women now have to work just as much as all men, and they no longer get to stay home and have that maternity time and be able to spend time to actually build a bond with their children. And a lot of times the mothers are having a hard time with their children. A lot of times I see the mothers fighting with their children more than the fathers, and the fathers are like just chill. Because it's like the fathers are doing what they do, right? Like they create a child and then they go and they work and then they're with their families when they can be, but most of the time they're like forced to go and do all the work and do all the grunt work and stuff. Or a lot of times the fathers are just forced away, right? Because the mother wants to go and do their own thing, and then the whole family unit, family bond is destroyed there. And it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing for everyone to then have to worry about and get through at that point. But yeah, I've got my addictions. I'm addiction. I'm addiction. I'm an addiction. You guys are addicted to being here and watching me blow glass. I'm addicted to being able to make glass. Check this out. We can actually touch this now. I can see if did I melt the punty mark. There it is. Nope, I didn't. I still feel it. Oh my gosh. I missed it. So now I'm gonna have to try to skim it lightly without exploding the marble. All right. So yeah, that drink is good. Cucumber lemon water with a little bit of mint, fresh mint, some lime or some lemon is awesome. And water is life. Especially if you're not drinking tap water. Tap water is disgusting, and who wants to drink that all the time? It's gross. Of course, water is gross if you're drinking tap water. Bottled water, I don't know about that because bottled water has the flavor of plastic, especially when you don't know how long the bottles have been sitting in their storage facilities and their warehouses, and you don't know what sort of plastic they're using, if it's got the BPA free plastic or not, if it's leaching, and if it's been sitting outside in the sun before it's gone inside. Sometimes they might move their water, like Walmart may not have enough room, so let's just store it right outside, right? How many times do they just like have piles of stuff just right outside, you know? And then they have the prices on there, right? You can just like bring your truck up to it, fill it up, bam. But tap water, yeah, it's got a lot of chlorine and chemicals and fluoride. And fluoride is gross, and dentists push fluoride on people, which is horrible. Um, I'm learning that California is getting rid of red dye 3 in foods in the schools, which is amazing. So many changes are happening, but there's a lot of stuff that still needs to occur. Should I invest in a Berkey? I use a Berkey Light, but what I've learned about Berkey filters is that they do not put their filters through a third party testing because they don't want anyone to learn about the secrets of how they make their Berkey filters. But I think that's just a bunch of hogwash. I think that their claims may not be 100%, and they've been running their own tests. So maybe they can't claim that they're 99.9% effective, but maybe they're like 88.8% effective, right? I use a Berkey. I bought different filters. Now, I thought I got really good, better filters, and then I found out after, I don't know how long it's been, maybe a year, maybe less, one of the filters, um, the black carbon filter that's connected to the bottom that then drips down, that thing just like came apart. It's like it was glued on with silicone or something. I'm like, wait, that's all it was? Like, and it wasn't glued on very well. I could maybe re-glue it. Yeah, so they're talking about removing blue and red dyes from the school lunches too. That is awesome. But Berkey, I would recommend using a Berkey filter. However, there's different filters that you can get that have silver in them, so you don't have to get get a Berkey system, but don't get Berkey filters. Get a different filter, like the ones that have the silver in them, that actually do uh, protect against bacteria, things like that. Maybe they got copper filters or something like that. Um, but yeah, like it's basically like a nano charcoal or something that they're making out with these things. I'm not really sure what they're doing and how they're making them. But we should get to spin the wheel because I can talk all night. I can go forever, and then no one will be here and we'll all be asleep. But we have a Nikin, Nikk, Here, let me spell it. We have a Nikin Pi Mag water filtration system, and that has magnets in the actual like spout where the water comes out. It's got a charcoal filter and all these other different filters. I'm all about water. Water's life. Every drop counts, and I do want to start selling different sorts of filtration devices. So the Nikin, the Pi Mag, Berkey, I recommend. We got filters. I believe they were watercress. I think it was the watercress filters. They do very good reverse osmosis filtration. So I think that's what I ordered, unless I went to a different company at the last minute and didn't get the watercress. And I'm not sure now. But let's do spin that wheel, guys. We're not even watching anything, you're just watching. Alright, bam. I love how that just stacks and stacks and stacks. But yeah, you can make your own charcoal filter with coffee filters. You can do the sand, smaller pebbles to bigger pebbles to bigger rock. You can use a pine branch, is what I want to do a video on soon, on how to make a filter, a water filter using a pine branch. You can use grapevines to filter water naturally. You can use a sycamore branch, any kind of tree that naturally has sap in it. You can use for a water filter, for a natural water filter, which I'm gonna have to find out how we make that work. That's gonna be fun. But let's do the wheel. Does anyone IPW Industries Inc. Is that, what is that? Oh, that's where you get your charcoal from. Okay, cool. Is that like a food grade charcoal, I guess? Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone new on the wheel. I don't believe so. I think that it's the same comments, the same people, same winners, chicken dinners. All right. Always me right there. All right, so we'll scroll down. Let's check out the comments. Santa Fe mayor discusses plan to tackle homelessness. All right, I wonder what his plan is. He's going to go out there with the football jersey and tackle all the homeless people. That would be crazy. That'd be such a crazy video. You just go out there tackling homeless people. Like, we're tackling the homeless problem. Sometimes I have a twisted humor. I'm sorry. I could just see that like on, Saturday Night Live or some kind of thing like that. I don't see anyone new here. It's all the same. All the same. Oh, what happened there? Like, okay. Yeah. All the same. All the same. All right. So who hasn't won? We were talking about that last night. I know Scooby-Roo is one. ICU, I believe, is one. Is there anyone else here? All right. Well, let's go ahead and do this. Let's spin that wheel. Anyone? You can get coconut shell filter. Oh, coconut shell. Yeah, that's really good. 5 pounds is like $27 for the activated charcoal. That's what it's called, activated charcoal. You can also make your own activated charcoal by creating a kind of like a rocket stove. Man, I got so many crazy. I have so much knowledge on like how to live off grid, and that's one of those, is how to make your own activated charcoal. And then you can put that in the soil too. That's really good for your soil, and it'll make your plants boom. And coconut husk too, we use that for growing. It's pouring rain in Santa Fe and lightning and wind. Wow. Do you ever stream live? Should we go watch your videos? Two-time winner, right? And Scooby's got the three-peat. Duh, for the first time win last night. All winners here. Nice. Oh, and USA needs to win. That's right. Okay. Well, let's play it. I don't see anyone else needs to get their name entered. Oh, you don't have enough subscribers. I think, what do you got to have, like 500, 200 to live stream, 250 nowadays? I don't remember. I know at first it was like you got to reach 1K and then they dropped it down to 500 to get monetized. I'm still not monetized. I made it to 1K, but I'm still not monetized. I may start putting up my PayPal, so then if people want to send donations, they can. And then also for selling glass and stuff. I think I'm really going to focus on just the glass here, since this is the Glassman's World, and do a lot of glass blowing and stuff, and that way it works. Works for marketing and promotion here. You bought a refillable filter cartridge on Amazon called Clear Genius. Supposed to fit Brita, but I haven't used it yet. Oh, you know the one that's good is the Zero Water. I don't know if you guys know about that one. But Zero Water, they've got one of the best filtration devices that I know of. They work really good. And Smart Water, you mean the water brand, like in the bottle? I have a water bottle somewhere down here. Oh, I'm thirsty. Now that we're talking about water here, where's my water? So I don't know how good this is. Core hydration. Let's read it. Let's see. Can I read it? The letters are tiny. We got water, purified water, which is purified by reverse osmosis. Oh, that's good. And then they put potassium bicarbonate. Magnesium chloride and calcium chloride. Why do they put chloride in here? And then electrolytes and mineral sources. Oh, that's what it all is? Purified by reverse osmosis. Calcium chloride is electrolyte and mineral sources. I don't know. Whatever. That's weird. They're putting weird stuff in my water. I just want water. But I guess that's to the core right there. Yeah, fluoride is added to water to help promote cavities and promote good oral health. Except it's not. What they've been coming out with and saying is that fluoride actually helps to damage the teeth and causes a lot of problems and issues. It's a byproduct that's trash, and they figured out that they could make money by, instead of just dumping it, that they can put it into products, and then they sell it as it's good for us. But what do I know? My teeth are all gone and all bad. All right, so let's play Winner Winner Chicken Dinner. How come it's so bright? What's going on here? Let's zoom in a little bit. Because this is way too much. There we go. Alright. Are you guys ready to play Spin That Wheel? Here we go. I think, yeah. I think we can just do this. We got a few people here watching it live. Good luck to everyone. Recently had some coconut aloe vera water. It was really good. Ooh, I love coconut water, and aloe water is awesome. Okay, here we go. Let's spin that wheel. I saw it was on Lori Dowdery or somewhere around there. I want to see where it lands. I haven't been paying attention to that. Oh, where's my drum roll? Drum roll! Oh, there's stuff on it. I got cookies on my drum. Talking about sugar addictions. What's funny is that these cookies are from the Balloon Fiesta. Oh my gosh, Dawson? Duh. Is Duh gonna win again? No way. I think it's gonna spin around to Sunshinery, which was our very first winner ever. If we stick it here, it's either gonna be Sunshinery or ICU. I believe we got a new winner. Is it Sunshinery? We have a winner. I believe this is your second win, Sunshinery, maybe third. Congratulations. So let's see. Let's see where it was. Because I want to know. I hit that button when it was around here. So it spins almost all the way around. So I wonder if we spin it here, then the winner would be one of these. I'm wondering if I can call it now. I'm like, does this actually have a pattern? I'm like, it's going to be one of these four. Simply Sora, Republican Fella, Numbskull Skills, or Red Dragon. If we hit it from this point here tomorrow, that's my prediction. I'm like, there's got to be something. But then, if we add in a new name, and then you know what I was also thinking was, what if we added everyone's name in twice and gave everyone double the chances of winning just for fun? And just to mess with the odds. It would be pretty cool. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what else to really say or talk about. We can stay here all night and talk about water. Smart water is good. Buying a filter. I don't know if you guys know, but on Facebook, on Facebook I got glass balloons, right? So you guys all, oh great, now it's just stuck. Why did that happen? I opened up something new and then it just, I got nothing. I can't even move my mouse anymore. I was going to show you the drop of water page. Alright, well there's a big old cement truck flying in the sky. You don't see that every day. That's the new Sir Mix-a-Lot hot air balloon. It's one of the largest balloons now compared to the Arabelle Creamland cow. That one right there. So stupid that it does that. So all the names on the wheel are in order to how they are on the list. Maybe move the names around on the list so they aren't in the same order every time. I could do that. I could randomize the names. I just figure we would keep them in the same place and don't move them around because then, um, because I don't know, like we're getting different winners. It's not like we're getting the same winner every time, every night. And then also, there's times when I go back to the wheel, and it's just spinning, and it's like, oh, it'll just start spinning. I think I could shuffle names. You're just hitting that. You can sort it from A to Z. Or we could just leave it as such. I'm not going to change it yet. I'm going to leave it because I think it's fair to just keep it as is. The way that everyone was entered in is entered to win. It's on a wheel, so it's spinning around. I can make sure. I don't know. We can also put everyone's name in twice. Yeah, like it doesn't really matter because it's in a 360 wheel. I'm just thinking, like, what if we start moving people around and then we get the same winner again and again? You're like, wait, what? But that's cool. I was able to get the logo in there. The Glassman's World and all the colors. It like was able to pick the colors from off of this logo. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I like that. All right, I got control. Yay. So we got the glass balloons, of course, right? So you guys know about glass balloons. And this page here. My page health is pretty good. Oh, look, it freezes up. Why does it do that? Jeez, this computer sucks. I don't even use this computer for anything. I have no files or nothing in here. It's all just for streaming. That's funny. Cooking with the glass man. I was thinking how those are some cool hacks. Okay, but I wanted to show you the drop of water. So on Facebook, one thing that I'm known for is the drop of water page. And hopefully it'll come up. I'm waiting. Come on. Got some cool pictures here. Can't really see them though. Look at these are from 1976, the year that I was born. There's some old school balloons right there. I can't scroll down any further to see more, not yet. Come on. Always with the delays. You know what? I'm gonna have to let you guys go. I just realized it's already past midnight, and I think my daughter's still all awake, just chilling all by herself. Okay, so here's the drop of water. The water consciousness movement. Who loves water? I mean, really loves water. I want to give several individuals who have a love for water and will do or has done so much to protect it and honor it. Back in 2020, I wrote that. See, my computer just shuts down for no reason. It's all black screen, blackout, Mountain Dew. Yeah, somehow down the way I'm related to the Garduño's restaurant. except yes and no. My grandfather, he could have become part of the whole burrito situation when I guess when Dave opened up the burrito stand on like 4th Street and Central in Albuquerque. But my grandfather decided to do his own thing and went up north, like to Cripple Creek, Colorado, or up in that area, and actually helped to build the railroads and things like that. So my side of the Garduño family, we're known for, I guess, the helping in the buildings of railroads and bridges and even like my far distant relatives, like some of the first Garduños who came here to New Mexico. There's a book written about them called Arroyo Hondo, which was written by I think either a Michael or a David Garduño. I think it's Michael. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think he's from California. But he wrote a book called Arroyo Hondo. And, oh, sorry, you can't even see any of what I'm trying to show you here. So the drop of water, this is my page here that I run, I manage. The drop of water, spreading love, one drop at a time. Fashion with the cause. One water drop is gifted for each one sold, which that's a lie. I've gifted out way more than what I've sold. I've over 3,000 have been gifted so far, and that was when? When was that even posted? I don't even know. It doesn't say. Water is life. Every drop counts. So this is the drop of water here, and you can see there's a different variety of water drops that you can choose from. So there's the original water drop. This is actually the dark blue one. The cobalt is the original one that I made. But then I realized it looked like it was not clean drinking water, right? So then I started making the clear ones. And when I started making just clear water drops, it felt weird because it was like, well, there's no color, there's no mushroom in it, there's no flower, there's nothing. It's just a piece of clear glass. Why would anyone want this? And now I realize, well, everyone wants to represent water. Everyone loves water. Everyone knows that we all need water to sustain life, right? Like whether we drink water, we know that the foods that we eat need water, right? Like even if we're not vegetarians and eat plants, the cows definitely need water. The cows, I think for 1 pound of beef is 2,000 gallons of water. It takes 2,000 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of beef, I believe. Unless it's 10 pounds. But yeah, there's a lot of water that goes into one beef cow or cattle. But these are all the different ones. We got the original blue, the clear. Then I started making clear with blue. Then I started making the white ones, water is ice. Then we started going into the drop of water 2.0. Then I started mixing some red to represent the missing murdered indigenous women. Then we started adding some green to represent the vegetation, because all plant life needs water too. And then this is the earth drop, which is a planet. There's, got some continents and stuff like that. And then I did the bee drop, where there's a bee on a water drop, like he's drinking water from the drop. So there's several different drops to choose from, and many more. This shows the original. This is Myron Dewey running with the youth. They were the ones who actually went down from Standing Rock and went to go to Washington, D.C. to ask President Barack Obama if he would help to stop the Dakota Access Pipeline from being dug through their sacred burial land, the burial sites, and also be dug through the water there. And they never got any help. I teach you about this H3O instead of H2O. You can get H3O from your food sources. It's a different source of water. when it is when you water your plants and then your plants hold the water within, it becomes H3O, and it's a little bit more valuable, no, more nutritious for us in that way. Urgent need for water out there in North Carolina, beloved Asheville, needing water there. There's some my friend JR. This is who actually lives. My friend who lives out there, as you can see, in Asheville, North Carolina. I know he's right next to Asheville in a different spot, but pretty much he's there. And yeah, he's been posting things. So this is what I do: is I post up things about water. I'm all about water, guys, and that's why I'm here to talk about water. Water is life, and it also contains life. If you drink seawater, Kangen water. This is another source. If you guys are into different water, I can get you into Kangen. My friend, he's also my original bandmate from Chronic Logic, way back in the day in Soup, Eliu. He can sign you up for Kangen water right now. Eventually, I'll probably sign up and have it, and then I'll just be giving it away. Free water, just to get everyone free water. So yeah, this is what I do: is I focus on water. Talking about golf courses, they could use reuse their toilet water and other gray water for their golf course, things like that. Our Rio Grande River is drying up, and as you saw when I was in the balloon, I was reporting on the Rio Grande River and how it's Rio Pequeño. 3,860 gifted so far. That's September 10th. It's now up to 3,864 gifted so far of the drop of water, gifting a drop of water to every water protected from Standing Rock and beyond at this point. And we used to have the dropofwater.com. That's no more. If you go to it, it now belongs to someone in China. They bought it when I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, this is what I do. One of my friends here, Defy. I don't know if you guys know Defy. He's chilling with Taboo from Black Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas is one of the celebrities who's been gifted the drop of water. He's not wearing one right now, but he was gifted the drop of water. So yeah, this is what I do, guys. Is I focus on water and water issues, water, things about water. So yeah, come and find me over here at the Drop of Water. I will be selling filters very soon. See, we post up things like this, boil all the water in DC, in case there's issues. Florida canal water tied to salmonella outbreak in the cucumbers. Right now there's all kinds of issues going on because of the flooding, and all the water has now been desecrated, full of sewage water and everything. But yeah, so that's the Drop of Water on Facebook. Like I said, I do have I don't know, 1 million. Is it like 1 million pages? Hold on. Oh, because I'm on the glass balloons. I see. Alright, so watch. Let me show you. So this is my page here. I don't know what the actual page is or whatever, but I wanted to show you. Come on, get out of there. So, as you can see, oh no, you can't see. So over here, As you can see, there are all the different kinds of pages that I have. So I got glass balloons. We got the drop of water, local love. It's all about supporting locals here, local music, local businesses, local artists, local this, local that. Getting back to nature. I'm teaching about how you can get back to nature, gardening tricks and tips and things, and eating natural foods, getting into drinking good waters. The UFO pipe, you guys saw the UFO pipe. I now have made cool little UFO mini things. Uh, NJ is going to be getting one. Element 37 is my band. 505 Barter Club is for our local trading club here. Spaceport Pros is a company I used to work for where we built websites and things. Glass Jellyfish Jewelry, you guys know all about that. Spaceport Pros members, these were for our members specifically. Here's a couple other things that I was a part of. Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta. These are not ones that I do not manage any of these. Okay, the Glassman recommends. These are just where I post up people and post and things that I recommend. Burrito Bros is burritos I used to make. Earth stoves, teaching you how to make rocket stoves and how to make earth stoves in your home, where you can make a passive heating indoor using a thermal mass. Gardenia glass is what all my glass is basically known as. Gardenia glass straws are my drinking straws. Glass drip tips and tanks are the e-cig stuff that I made. Cosmic Mall basically is an online directory for a lot of vendors that I've worked with and stuff. Cosmic Trading Post is a trading post that I used to manage, and I was a glass blower for, and we were a artist and a healers cooperative. Lido Vera, I used to sell lidocaine, aloe vera, hemp, salve. That makes me laugh because of NJ. Salve, That's funny how he's all, I don't know how to say it. It's just like have, but salve. Luna Star Farms, New Mexico Vapors. So I have a lot of different pages, I guess. I got a lot of pages and I got a lot of groups. I'm like, where's this? Yeah, if you go to pages, right? Pages you manage. All the different pages I manage here. Oh, including water protectors for East Palestine. Sealed with love memorial glass. I do cremations in glass. The badasses of Burke. It's all the badasses of Burke that I know, musicians and people. Back to nature. The Glassman, this is my musician page. Element 37, my band page. Gift and card, that's me and my wife right there. Gift and card. The Red Drop, the very notorious, infamous Red Drop. Chronic Logic, the original band with LU coming up in ABQ. These are just my ideas on how you can, business ideas, what you can do to come up, make some money in Albuquerque. Gardenia Glass Straws, Burrito Bros, ABQ Natural Clean. This is my cleaning business. I offer natural home house cleaning and car wash, car detailing. Enviro Solutions, teaching you about Norwex and other ways that you can get rid of bleach, Windex, Ajax, all the chemicals. Quit putting it in the water. We need clean drinking water. We don't need polluted water. The Little Drop. This guy is a little character that I've created that he can come out and be like, hi boys and girls, water is life and every drop counts. Let me tell you, one of the most important things in life is water. Clean drinking water for all. And we need that for all generations to come, because water is life and every drop counts. So that's a Little Drop right there, a little character. And we got Gardenia Glass Studios, we got Cosmic Glass. Oh, look, load more, it says. Really? You can load more? How much more? So then you got, oh my gosh. So then you got Gardenia Glass Studios. You got Cosmic Glass, Spaceport Pros, Light Vera, the UFO Pipe, One Drop Studio. This was when I was at Camp Two Dogs, and I brought my studio there, and it became One Drop Studio. Cosmic Trading Post, Bible by Bar Club, Cosmic Mall. The Glass Man recommends all the things that I recommend. Earth Tribe, to connect us all of us, all one tribe. We are part of the Earth Tribe. Share some knowledge. Jeez, where are we at? Share some knowledge. Glass Drip Tips and Tanks, Local Love, Glass Jellyfish Jewelry, Luna Star Farms, Earth Stoves, another Luna Star Farms. Musicians and artists against drunk driving. We're really mad here. Solar power to the people. I used to sell solar panels and things like that. I don't really do that anymore. We got Spaceport Pros members, the family funds, and New Mexico Vapors. That's all the pages that I have on Facebook. I told you guys, I've managed at least like 30 different Facebook pages. These are all my pages, guys. All my different branded out. This is what I do. It's crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And that's about it. I don't know what you guys have said here. But, oh, can you show the prizes? Yes, sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm just going off over here. And you guys are like, prizes, show the prizes. So the Kangen water, yeah, Kangen. Okay, so let me get back to here. He makes earrings too, yes I do. That'd be great. What blah 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 blah. Okay, so wait. I'm like, I gotta go way far back. Okay, yeah. So now we're to the wheels. It's always like the Creamland cow. My dad used to drive semis for Creamland, and the Zozobra is cool. They're all really cool and unique balloons. Oh my gosh, you're talking about those. Someone asked me if I can make the cow, and I want to try to make the Zobra. That would be so amazing. I hope you make videos about natural and homemade charcoal filters. Yeah, I definitely will. I will definitely do that. I've actually made some, but not very good ones yet. Are you related to Gardenios? Yeah, I told you about that. Gardenios is good. I like Garcia's better. I'm not gonna lie. And also there's Sadie's, and then there's El Pinto. Not sure how to claim the prize. Basically, I'm going to. You can choose any of what you see here, except for this one. This is NJ's. There's a spinning top. Got a cool little spinning top right there. You got a bunch of these simple, simple ones here. This is a spiral. I made 3 of these on the live. A lot of these I basically made on the live while I'm doing the giveaway here. I'll just make some things like this marble we just did today. That'll probably go in the giveaway if I don't crack it. I gotta try to smooth out that punching mark there. It's just so dumb. I can't believe it's there. So we got some of these, those spirals. There's the white one, butterscotch, and the dark multi. We got different mushrooms here that are just simple mushrooms. The brown one, like a chocolate cap. And then you got kind of a dark multi, and then these are darker caps on them here. The balloons, these are like $20 balloons. So this is like $5. These ones are like $10 for the 2 color. Spirals are like $5. But you know, they're just beautiful. So some people may want one of those over one of these. Maybe they like a spiral because they don't like balloons, right? These are $20 balloons. They're just simple generic ones. We do have another one of these in the pile as well. The Polar Dawn balloons. It's just not in the pile, but I do have one. We got all the jellyfish here. This one is the one that's going to stay in the pile. So that's the one that'll stay in the pile there. And you can see it's got some really cool detail work in it. And then there's a whole bunch of other ones down here. I did put in a cool little UFO guy in there. I don't think that he's been picked out yet. Cool little UFO. He's a carb cap. So if you do use a rig, you know, like I have a UFO on mine, which can I even take it off? Dang. Okay. So I have a carb cap on mine, right? So this could basically just fit right onto there as a carb cap, just like that. So it can be a carb cap, or it's just a little sculpture of a little UFO guy. And then there's these 3 mushrooms here that have the flat back, so they're flattened on the back like that. Very comfortable to wear. They fit flat on the chest. And then I've got the yellow one that looks almost very translucent looking. And then we've got the like a dark multi, and then that's kind of I don't know, more of a butterscotch color than the dark multi. And then these aren't all staying in the pile. All these jellyfish on the bottom, they're just some really nice ones to choose from. And I believe number 7 was requested to be in the giveaway, I believe. So I think number 7 was going to be the one that I was going to leave in there, and all the rest are going to go for sale. I believe that was the case there. But if you wanted to choose any of these while they're still here, up until Sunday, you got pretty much one more day for these ones. And that's about it, I think. Yeah, the nectar collector was chosen, which I set aside somewhere. And the, yeah. So I got quite a few prizes still. And it's telling you it's time for bed. Yeah, it is time for bed. Do you sell on eBay? I do just sell through here and directly through me, through my email. We just figured it out. I will have a website back up and running soon, but not yet. Yeah, you'll pick a piece from the desk. You have several pieces to choose from. You do nothing but tell him what you want. Right? It's that simple. Beautiful for earrings. Yeah, can you show you? Yeah. No, don't have an eBay. I used to have an Etsy until I got knocked out. I got shut out. Awesome decorations. Oh, what are you talking about for the decorations for the mini tree? You talking about Christmas trees? I'm going to be making a ton of Christmas stuff. I actually got the Christmas hooks ready to go. I'm looking around to see if I have any of my Christmas stuff. I make Christmas ornaments. I make candy canes. I don't have any of my candy canes here. I make little tiny candy canes. My daughter, she's got a little clear mug set with candy canes that fit on it, and like a little cookie dish so she can put little cookies on for Santa. It's cute. All right, let's try to get through these last comments, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. It's fine. He's tired. They are right in front of him. Takes 5 seconds. Let you picture so you get what you want, and next winner doesn't. Right. So you get what you want, and then whoever hasn't claimed their prizes yet. And I still have to go through videos, so hopefully I haven't given away prizes that they've already claimed in those videos. I need to watch a lot of, like, I think 7 of them to see which ones they chose. He fell into the pages rabbit hole. Yep. Yep, number 7. So if you guys want any other one besides 7 in there, you let me know. But I think 7 is the one. And also, yeah, you can definitely purchase the jellyfish. They're $20. I asked $5 for shipping, but the other day someone sent me $30 instead of 25, which was awesome. Because sometimes I'll just do the priority shipping, which is I think it's like $9 and some change. And I don't really care if you send me 5 and I send it and it's $9. I don't care about the $4 loss. It's all comes out in the wash. I'm not concerned about that. Anything, any purchases over $50 and more, it's free shipping no matter what. And then usually on bulk orders, I always take care of shipping. But yeah, I can hook you up. We can get you the 2 jellyfish and earrings. Normally my earrings are like $20 for the pair, but I'll hook you up and we'll do a $50 and then send me $10 for shipping. $60 and it's yours. The 2 jellies and I'll make you earrings to match the pendant. Now jellyfish earrings, actually those are a lot more expensive usually, but I'll hook you up since I already said that. Dang, you getting the hook up there. Tell them which jellyfish you want. Yeah, if you want to buy them, that's cool. But if you want to choose one and then purchase one too, you're welcome to do that. And I do make Christmas ornaments. I will be starting to make those hopefully soon. You love the 3 on the bottom right. Yeah, all 3 of those are awesome. They really are. They really are. This one's the red. You can't really see it until I bring it up close. And the lighting isn't that great, but once I bring it up close and you see that, like it's got some really nice detail in there. It's just a dark red, that's all. But yeah, these ones are super nice. This one's number 8 right there. I found a new jewelry addiction. Uh oh. Yeah, and see the thing is I started working on the jellyfish like around the year 2000, and it took me till about 2008 to really figure out how to perfect them. And I still like every time I make them, I'm like really trying my best to make them as perfect as I can. Yeah, and that's right. You tell me which one you want for the win. I'll set aside, and then the other 2, if you want to purchase them, you're welcome as well. And yeah, also if you're super super addicted and um, you want to start getting these and start basically getting them for free, then what I would do is just start finding others who are like way into them too, and just having them purchase them, and then I'll get them to you at wholesale. And so usually my wholesale, long time ago when I was doing the e-cigs, my wholesale was a minimum of $2,000, and now I'm just like if you purchase at least like I'm trying to do the $200, but if you purchase at least $100 in glass, I'll try to get you the wholesale or close to wholesale price. $200 and guaranteed I'll get them to you at $10 a piece. So basically that's half price. I'll get you 20 of them at $200. 20 of them for $10 each. Right? Is that the math on that? Right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $90. If there was an extra one there, pretty much I'd be like $100 for them. But I'd prefer to get the 200, the 20 for 200. But yeah, I'll do close to that 10. I guess 9 for $100 is pretty good. So if anyone really wanted to start purchasing these, I've done wholesale like for a long time. I've had distributors of my glass come and go. I've had jewelry shops that have purchased my glass, and I don't know. There's times when I just like I let my accounts go because I don't know. Like sometimes I just like would prefer to sell my glass on my own than having it go. Once it's in a shop like that, it feels like it kind of gets stuck next to the made in China things, and then it loses its value. And people don't realize that it's just handmade. Like even when I'm vending, I'm sitting there selling my own stuff. People will just walk by because they look at it like, oh, it's just stuff made in China. If I got my torch out and I'm blowing glass, then they're like, whoa, you made all this stuff? I'm like, yeah. And then I start selling everything because then there's like it's more respected at that point, you know? So I try, if I can't bring my torch out, then I'll try to bring this computer that I have actually, and I'll have demos run. All right, so let me know which one you want now, and I'll set it aside. And did I sell a lot during Balloon Fiesta? I didn't sell as much as I wanted to. My goal was to make like $200 days. And some days I came close. Some days I sold nothing. And some days I sold half of that. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm still short about $100 right now to take care of my storage. So any sales that I make right now is definitely going to help me. And but the thing is like any new sales or any new money coming through to my PayPal, it gets held for like 30 days or something. So I won't be able to even touch that money for a while. But that's okay because when I need it in a month, it'll be there. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go because it's late. My daughter, I don't know if she's awake still or if she's sleeping. I didn't even get to tell her good night. And she didn't come in here to say, "Dad, I'm going to sleep." So she might be up still. But yeah, I sold enough during Fiesta, and your free one comes from your name winning the wheel last night, right? So yeah, get the one you want for winning last night, and then you can choose whichever. I'll take whichever jellyfish. No. Ah, this one, the one that's funky. That one's a super white one. This one, they're all beautiful. That's number 7. That's the one that Scooby Doo's been recommending, right? That's so beautiful. But number 8. Come on now. It's like, can you even tell the difference between 7 and 8? Look at that. Y'all decide. Oh my gosh, it's like it's too hard. Yeah, see, I don't know. And then the red ones. The red ones they're pretty cool. And also, you know what I've done? I found a case to where I'm going to be able to put everyone's prizes in. So I got this box, this case here. It's like a jewelry case, but it's super big. And so I'll be able to put your guys' names, whoever the winners are, and then the prizes into each little corner. So yeah, because we're at a point now where they're gonna start getting all mixed up. I don't have to remember whose is whose. The red ones are mysterious. Yeah, they are. Aww, that's so nice, Scooby Doo. Give her 7. It's as pretty as her soul. Is that what we're gonna do then? Would you like number 7? Number 7 seems the one that's like most sought after. Here you go, duh. It's yours. If you like that one, or number 8, or number 1, or number 2. They're all so beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. They're awesome. Yes, love it. Okay, there we go. I'm setting this one far off to the side over here, and there you go. That's awesome. Now we're down to 8. Oh, and then did you want me to choose out the 2? Do you want to purchase 2 more still, or do you want to purchase just 1 and then have that 1 so you have the 2 there? Or do you want 3 total? Yeah, it's so awesome. Celebrate for others. That's a beautiful thing. I bet you feel good, right? Like it's like you gave someone a gift, yet you didn't even have to do anything. No, Scooby Doo says it's yours. Scooby Doo's got one already. Scooby Doo's got a beautiful one over here. Oh, where's that one? It was the super. Wasn't it this one? The super white one, right? Like that one's a gorgeous one too. And then there's the other one that oh, I don't remember, but yeah. Then there's the other one too. I'm trying to. Oh, and then ICU. Yeah. So then ICU and Scooby Doo, yours are in the same little bucket over here. Because there's that one, and then there's the other. And then there's this one. And then there's this one. And then there's the other jellyfish, which belongs to ICU. We can't break the rules. What are the rules? Okay, yeah, so this one was your second win. And then the balloon, too, right? And ICU has just the jelly. So ICU has 1 win, I believe. And yeah, see, I'm keeping track. I'm not that much of a stoner. Somehow. Speaking of, all right, I'm gonna let you guys go after this. We're gonna do a dab. ICU has 2 wins, so there should be something else in there too. Uh-oh. Did I give away something that I shouldn't have? I'm gonna have to go back and find out. Or maybe she hadn't chose still or something. The clear ones. Oh, you mean just the little ones? So they're not meant for earrings. I actually make earrings, and when I do, I make the loops on them super tiny so you can put a little jump ring on them. And I can make some earrings. I have earrings to show. We can throw in earrings actually anytime. Oh yeah, no. I believe she won one of ours. That's right. One of our balloons. It's hard to keep track of everyone. That's why it's good that it's all recorded. It's all recorded. It's all in the truth, so I can't get caught up in any lies or nothing. Like, yeah, no, you won that. And if anyone's claimed a prize already and then I've accidentally given it away, I'm gonna have to figure out the original person who claimed it if they're willing to let it go to the person who claimed it the second time and I let it go, or if we got to do try to make it replicate it kind of thing. Right? Okay, yeah, it's hard to remember them all. I'm gonna write them all down though. I just found that case earlier today, and I got to get all these prizes all in order. But you guys have a good night. I'm gonna let you guys go. It's been a fun conversation with all the water filtration devices and everything, learning together here as we're just hanging out and having fun. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys are able to chill with me for as long as you have. It's late. What are you guys doing up so late? What the heck? Remember, water is life. Every drop counts. Be sure to drink plenty of water. My rule of thumb is you take your body weight, you divide it in half. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you divide it in half at 75. You should drink at least 75 ounces of water per day in order to just sustain health. If you're a roofer, if you're a landscaper, yard worker like myself, you want to drink a lot more water than that. So, with that being said, take care. You guys have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And big hugs. Yeah. Big, huge hugs to you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. And congratulations to all the winners so far. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. Have a good night.